so disappointed. Just like I'm just sad. I'm honestly just so sad after watching that game. It's just like we've seen this before. We've just seen it before, and it's just so damn frustrating. It is so damn disappointing. The New York Knicks lose 111-107 up against the Milwaukee Bucks. We're at home. We're up 17 points at one point in this game. We're dominating that second and third quarter. Up 17 at one point in that third quarter. And not like it was Giannis, the superstar, one of the best players in the league, that put the team on his back and went to work. Everyone could say, oh, they have the superstar and we don't. But Giannis, yes, he finished with over 20. But if you truly watch this game, he wasn't the main player making those pivotal decisions with the basketball, making those pivotal buckets in big time moments. It was Joe Ingles. It was Pat Connaughton. It was Grayson Allen. It was overall 3-point shooting. It was Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was making some of the most difficult shots when it comes to step backs. Just guys smothered all over him. It didn't matter. He was hitting the most difficult shots. Grayson Allen's threes? Yeah, I didn't think the defense was so good. Evan Fournier overcommitting, helping on a Giannis when it came to Julius Randle defending him. I don't know why we were helping that much. If he gets the 2 points, he gets the 2 points. Randall's been making him work for those buckets the entire game. For him to overcommit that much in a big-time moment and allow Grayson Allen to knock down a three, he's hurt us before in the clutch. He hurt us last time, I believe, when we lost 109-103. Just to be up 17 points, to compete so hard defensively, score at such a high, or not score at such a high level, but be adequate offensively. It's just so frustrating. It is extremely frustrating, especially because I'm like, all right, Giannis over 30, we won that game. If you have that type of mindset. But in the first quarter, and just to be real with you guys, entering this game, was I like, we're going to win this game? From a Knicks fan, when it comes to the heart, yeah. But when it comes to my brain up there, seeing that the Bucks just came off of a humiliating loss to the Charlotte Hornets, I'm like, yeah, maybe we won't win this game. It's going to be a very tough game. They're going to look to just absolutely dominate us. And they kind of did at the beginning. They were up 10-2. Brook Lopez was doing some nice things offensively. But then the New York Knicks started to click. When I mean the New York Knicks, I mean Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson put this team on his freaking back in the first quarter. What do you have, 18 points in the first quarter? We had 22 points as a whole in the first quarter. The rest, everyone else offensively was combined, what was it, 2 for 17? It was something terrible. Randall got off to a terrible start shooting the basketball. He competed defensively, though. He got up in Giannis' jersey. He played very hard. He rebounded very well. He played his ass off. I'll say that. His attitude's changed this year. But yeah, he was shooting tons of threes. Yes, most of them were open, but I'm like, at some point, you got to drive. And that's where it changed in the second quarter. I thought we made better adjustments when it comes to player personnel-wise, making wiser decisions out there on the floor. It wasn't just Brunson contributing offensively. Then it became Randall. Randall was starting to play bully ball, started to post up Drew Holiday. Got some field goals on him, hit a fadeaway, went to the basket. He's starting to be more aggressive. He's starting to work downhill more, give us second chance opportunities, just be a beast defensively. Emmanuel Quickly, what a stud he was, competing defensively, playing hard, knocking down threes, getting guys up in the air, pump fake, put the ball on the floor, puts up a three, getting into the teeth of the defense. He played his ass off. No complaints from him. No complaints. He was a beast. Mitchell Robinson, I thought he had some nice moments defensively. I thought he had some nice rebounds. Brook Lopez, in my opinion, is the defensive player of the year, one of the top candidates. The way he's been blocking shots and the way he's been defending the interior this year, that Mitchell Robinson would go up with a shot, it would just be greatly altered by Brook Lopez. Lopez, at the top of my head, didn't have tons of rebounds, but this is what I'll say about this Bucks squad. The New York Knicks, it was pretty even in the first quarter. Knicks overcame some adversity, being down 10-2. Knicks dominated that second and third quarter, but when it mattered most, the Bucks stepped up. Drew Holiday was struggling from the field all night long. When it mattered most, step back three, difficult three, guys smothered all over him. Grayson Allen wasn't doing much statistically throughout this game, scoring the ball, hits a big three, Connaughton hits a big three. You have Joe Ingles, who just gets them back in that game in that third and fourth quarter. We gave them life, and we can't do that against a team that is very mentally tough and won an NBA championship a couple years ago. But getting into Brunson, this dude's worth every freaking penny. This dude's mentally tough. He comes in, makes all his free throws, I believe. He's killing it from mid-range territory. He's getting very difficult buckets over any personnel defensively. He's 4 for 10 from three, knocking down threes. He was getting to the teeth of the defense. He's making decent reads. Yes, maybe he didn't have a crazy assist game, but he had to put this team on his back offensively. Yes, Randall eventually got it going. Randall, he's playing his ass off. Like, he's playing hard. No credit. Like, I'm not taking any credit away from Randall, but when it comes fourth quarter time, when it comes to his mental, yes, he made a very nice read finding Mitchell Robinson for a dunk in a big time moment. But he just looks scared. It looks like his confidence goes away. He doesn't make these rapid, quick decisions in the fourth quarter. Grimes, all right, getting into Grimes. Grimes didn't have a crazy statistical game. He wasn't even double digits. He had 8 shot attempts, I believe. He missed 2 threes from beyond the arc. He did have a very nice reverse layup when the shot clock was winding down. Played some tough defense. Maybe you would have liked to see more scoring out of him because we didn't get much scoring from the bench. Obi Toppin did come back, but he didn't play much. He did knock down a 3 in that fourth quarter, which is a pretty huge 3. That fourth quarter was just very back and forth, very scary. Obviously, the Bucks ended up winning. We're going to be getting into all that. But McBride, man, I love this kid. 15 minutes, though. He played tough defensively, got up in guys' jerseys. He's a mentally tough player. He's a dog. There was one possession I absolutely loved that the Bucks got the rebound. A defensive rebound, but Miles McBride strips it out of, was it Grayson Allen's hands? I forgot who it was at the top of my head, Pat Connaughton. And then during the same possession, McBride strips him, gives it up to a player, then back to McBride, splashes a 3. He's just that spark plug that I feel like this team really needs. But offensively, this team really needs something. And Quickly has been thriving in the starting lineup, but we still need more scoring off the bench. No Sims is frustrating. Hartenstein, he's going to have games that's like he looks pretty damn solid, but then games like he couldn't make a basket. Like 3 shots in a row. Like we got like 3 offensive rebounds in a row. Couldn't make it. Looked like Charles Smith out there. And sometimes he's just Swiss cheese defensively. He's going to get a volume amount of rebounds, like a decent amount of rebounds when it comes to volume-wise when he's out there. But just like when it really matters, can you count on him? I don't think so. He plays hard, but he's just very frustrating watching. 3 fouls and only, like, he didn't even get a lot of minutes, like 3 fouls too. But we need more scoring off the bench, but obviously personnel-wise being realistic. But Sims' no action really frustrated me. Especially when we were giving up rebounds at the end of the game. I'm not saying all that's on Hartenstein, but just in general, we need rebounding, and he positions himself pretty well. Just one of the main reasons the New York Knicks blew this lead, very stagnant patch offensively. That bench you can't rely on. Randall, he eventually did end up getting buckets, but his offense kind of went away. Brunson and Quickly were just the only ones we could rely upon offensively. And at some point, you can't consistently count on 2 guys. And the most frustrating stat I'm going to give you guys, RJ Barrett, 44 points against the Chicago Bulls, loss. Julius Randle, 41 points against the Spurs, loss. Jalen Brunson, 44 points. Hits a big shot after a big shot. He keeps us in this game. 44 points, loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks are a good team. But that fourth quarter was just a disaster. Like, that third quarter's, the 3-point line, man. You could be up 17 points, but it doesn't matter. Like, 3 threes, 9 points. And then you're not scoring, more threes. Like, Joe Ingles gave them life. He really did. He gave them so much life. So frustrating. Holiday hitting the most difficult shots. Allowing offensive rebounds. Some stupid turnovers as well in that fourth quarter. We needed more than Brunson in that fourth. We needed more. Grimes is a beast on the boards. We needed more offensively. And I'm not saying that's all on Grimes. I'm not. Randall started off 1 for 12 in this game. Overall, when you do take a look at the box score, Randall's 9 for 29 from the field, 1 to 12 from 3, 6 to 7 from the free throw line. Didn't miss a free throw in that fourth quarter. He had 25 points, 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. Yeah, Quickly, 23 points, 4 rebounds. He was 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. Grimes was 1 for 7, 4 points, 8 rebounds. This is a good defensive team. They haven't been playing well defensively lately. But this is a mentally tough group at the end of the day of the Milwaukee Bucks. But it's just like ridiculous. Like when they were coming back in the third quarter, when they cut it to a 6-point game, we open up the fourth quarter. Obi Toppin actually ends up knocking out a 3. We're up 81-73 at the start of that fourth quarter. But then it's just so funny that the defense just fell apart so bad. It was just like ridiculous. Like we're playing such good defense through 3 quarters, and then it just falls apart that bad. Like, it's just like laughable. Like, I want to laugh. Like, it was that freaking unbelievable. I just really couldn't believe it at all. Like, just frustrating. But I just couldn't believe how bad the 3-point defense was. You couldn't count on them to continue to miss threes throughout this entire game. Like, I understand they were really struggling through 3 quarters to shoot the basketball. Same thing with us. But some of these shots are wide open. Some of them are very difficult shots, don't get me wrong. But we need more contribution from other guys offensively in big time moments. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.